everyone, and welcome back to the TG News on Channel 5. Today we will be talking about Dominica and the recent hurricane that has hit this small Caribbean island, Hurricane Irma, requested by all you viewers at home. First, what is Dominica and where is the country located? Dominica is a small Caribbean country that has its own government and is not part of any other country despite of its small size and very low popularity. It is located in the Caribbean, south of Puerto Rico, as shown on this map over here. And now, Mr. Savage will be talking about the population characteristics of Dominica.
Thank you, Neer. We will be covering many different population characteristics on Dominica today. In Dominica, the population distribution makes it so that areas near the northwest coast are very populated. Approximately a third of the population is living in the main parish of Dominica and around the capital Rojao. The exact population of Dominica now is 74,051, which is the population density. This picture here shows a population pyramid of Dominica before Hurricane Irma hit, even though it didn't really impact the population. The death rate in Dominica is 581 per year, and every year 7.9 out of every 1,000 each year. The birth rate is 1,118 per year, and 15.2 births per every 1,000 population each year. In Dominica, the fertility rate is 2.03 births per woman. For the HDI, also known as the Human Development Index, Dominica has a value of 0.717 globally. The life expectancy is an average of 77.7 years. In Dominica, the average expected years of schooling is 12.8 years. The average income in Dominica is in US dollars is $9,234.74. Hurricane Irma has only caused some damage to Dominica, and there is hope from the population of Dominica that they can rebuild it completely. I just received news that another hurricane just has hit Dominica right now. It is Category 5 hurricane with speeds up to 160 miles per hour. We have a reporter there at the scene in the capital of Dominica, in Rojao. Blur, please describe what you see right now.
Thank you, Mr. Savage. Things are looking very dangerous and devastating here in Dominica. Right now, according to its wind speed, destruction, and intensity level so far, it is the deadliest hurricane of all Dominican history. Right now, I can see cars being flipped over and roofs of houses being torn off. Right now, only after 11 minutes since the hurricane, only 10% of all buildings in Dominica are untouched. Compared to the slight damage of Hurricane Irma, this hurricane devastates and destroys almost all hope for the people of this island. I'm hearing word that the president himself's house was damaged and the roof was completely torn off. Luckily, medical officials have helped him and his family to safety.
Are you safe? Because this hurricane sounds like one that's really dangerous, and you're the only reporter who agrees to not get paid.
I think so, but if you are in Dominica and somehow watching this, take these safety precautions to stay safe. These safety precautions include staying on higher grounds, staying indoors, or going in a secure and stable building for shelter. That is all I have so far. Back to you. Oh no. Well, that was sad. But we're hiring reporters, so please call this number if you want to get hired. Well, that was sad, but the news report must go on. So, hopefully the people in Dominica are safe and are taking wise safety precautions, unlike our reporter who we didn't even pay. Don't forget to tune in next time to this news channel, because we will be live broadcasting an interview with a professional about the impacts of Hurricane Maria and questions about this topic that we and many others may have will be completely cleared up. We are back, and that was 1 week ago. Before Hurricane Maria, the same hurricane that devastated Puerto Rico last week, Hurricane Irma passed by the water of Dominica, raising water levels near coast and causing some debris to cause damage to many areas of the country. This damage could have all been repaired within days, and there was a lot of hope among the citizens that they can completely rebuild their country. The recent Hurricane Maria, has destroyed that hope. The damage done by Hurricane Maria has set the country Dominica back by at least 30 years in things like electricity, power, technology, and structures. Even after many decades, Dominica can never be the same. And these incredible wind speeds has ripped all plants and animals from the seafloor surrounding Dominica, leaving only lifeless sediment and rubble. The death toll in Dominica for Hurricane Maria was only 20 to 30 people, compared to its population of 74,000. Overall, these significant hurricanes have destroyed the country of Dominica, meaning it cannot be fully rebuilt for decades. And now, what you've all been waiting for, an interview with our special guest, Mr. Finesse, who is a professional in everything to do with hurricanes and Dominica. Hello, Mr. Finesse. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It is an honor being on this news channel. Thank you.
So today I have 5 questions regarding the recent hurricane in Dominica.
Ask away.
Thank you. So first question, how much money is needed to repair all of the damage in Dominica?
Although money can repair a lot of things, the president of Dominica stated that money cannot replace all that has been lost in this hurricane. Since Dominica and its citizens has been devastated so badly, the money will go towards the citizens and repairing the buildings first. Resources that were normally used to export to other countries to gain income was gone. With all this damage, it is estimated that $15 to $30 million is needed to fully repair Dominica.
Wow, that is very expensive and very considerate of the Dominican government to put their citizens first. Another question I have been wondering is, how has hurricane relief helped the victims of the hurricanes in Dominica?
Well, after Hurricane Maria hit, the Delaware Medical Relief Team, made up of nurses, a group of doctors, and a group of disaster zone veterans, provided hurricane relief. The inhabitants impacted by the hurricanes were allowed to hide in safe buildings like schools, which act as refugee centers. An example is the Roosevelt Primary School is providing shelter.
Another question I have is, why might citizens of Dominica not want to stay and rebuild Dominica?
Ever since Hurricane Maria hit Dominica, it has destroyed Dominica completely with no hope left. Also, the President Roosevelt said that Dominica will never be the same. Many citizens that don't plan on rebuilding Dominica are saying that while they are rebuilding it, patterns of hurricanes show that there will be another hurricane even more powerful that strikes Dominica, while they are in the process of rebuilding it. Overall, they do not want to stay because it can never be the same.
No wonder many people do not want to stay. So if this is why some survivors want to leave, where did the survivors who want to stay and rebuild Dominica go?
Roosevelt Douglas Primary School is taking shelter for the people of Dominica, and no one knows yet how long they're going to stay there for. Many survivors have went to a lot of different shelters, but many have not. Most likely, survivors will go to a country that has not been affected and will not be hit by a hurricane anytime soon.
So, they're being held in secure buildings that were not impacted by the hurricane. But I didn't expect that both people who wanted to leave and people who wanted to stay would be taken there. That shows that Dominica is a great country. And my final question is, why did many people, including the news, stop paying almost all attention to Dominica, even though Dominica was hit by the same 55-mile-wide Category 5 hurricane as Puerto Rico?
There are many reasons why people are more aware about how Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico. First of all, more attention was brought towards Puerto Rico than when Hurricane Maria hit Dominica, is because it is owned by the American government, meaning it is part of the United States of America. Since many of the popular news channels watched by many people globally, such as CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC, are American news channels, more people know about Puerto Rico and American territory compared to Dominica. Also, Puerto Rico is about 46 times the population of Dominica. The damage was about the same per square kilometer, but Puerto Rico is about 12 times greater in size, meaning that there was a lot more damage than all that was in Dominica. The population was also a lot greater, meaning far more lives lost. Puerto Rico is a bigger country, meaning there was much more damage to both buildings and lives in Puerto Rico.
Thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
And we are back at the news station. Thank you all for watching and listening about Dominica and how negatively the hurricanes have impacted them. This is a serious issue that should never be forgotten. And we're still hiring. Call this number below to get hired as our new news reporter. Goodbye.